I won't be before you long this morning, but I know it's a celebration, so I just come to encourage your heart. And I've come to encourage the First Lady's heart. So I just come on assignment for you to bring a word that will stir up your heart to just draw just a little bit closer to God. And as I was preparing about what to speak on to the house and what to speak on First Lady's behalf, I thought about First Lady. And I thought about where she came from. I thought about where she is now. And I thought about where she's going. And then I also thought about the church. And I thought about where the church was and how the church started. I thought about where the church is now. And I thought about where this house is going. And as I prayed and I pondered, I thought about the status that I seen on Facebook that the First Lady had tagged her husband in. And I seen a picture that she did. And one of the pictures was of a picture of her now. And the other picture was a picture of her before. Now, I can only vaguely remember the status, but as I was looking at the status, I thought about what the status was saying, and it alluded to the fact that I'm not who I used to be. And so I looked at her and I was wondering, what is her story? I wondered, what is her testimony? And I know we all got testimonies to say, I'm not who I used to be. I got a testimony that says, God has brought me a mighty long way. I got a testimony like the old folks would say, we come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. I know someone can testify that says, he who begun a good work in me shall perform it. I know somebody can testify on God's behalf saying that God has been good to me. He's been better than good to me. Oh, somebody can testify about the goodness of Jesus this morning and the glory of God that has come into my life. See, you must understand, you see pastors and First Ladies' glory, but there is a great story behind what they've been through. Now, I'm not about to preach about that, but I wanted you to understand where I'm going with this sermon this morning. So I know you all have a testimony that says, I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. So I know you understand, you heard that saying once before. And that saying comes from a very familiar song, if you're tied to the world. And the familiar song comes from a guy named Drake, but I don't understand what Drake was saying, but I do understand the theology behind the song. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. So this morning, the topic of my text this morning, because we come to celebrate, is I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. So this morning, come go with me. My focus scriptures is John 1:45 through 51. So that's John chapter 1, verse 45 through 51. And I'm going to read just for the sake of time. And it says, Philip found Nathanael and told him, we have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, and about whom the prophets also wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Nazareth, can anything good come from there? Nathanael asked. Come and see, said Philip. When Jesus saw Nathanael approaching, he said of him, here truly is an Israelite in whom there is no deceit. How do you know me? Nathanael asked. Jesus answered, I saw you while you were still under the fig tree before Philip called you. Then Nathanael declared, Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel. Jesus said, you believe because I told you I saw you under the fig tree. You will see greater things than that. And then he added, very truly I tell you, you will see heaven open and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man. Yes, I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Can any good thing be found in Nazareth? This question is a question of despair. This question is a question of hopelessness. This question is a question of skepticism. Can anything good out of Nazareth? This question is a question of ignorance. Can anything of any worth come out of Nazareth? So some theologians say Nazareth was an unclean place. Others say Nazareth was full of sin. Others say it was a city that just didn't hold any status, such as cities like Jerusalem. Nazareth, was the place where Christ grew up. This was the place where Christ lived. And Nazareth was the place of how Nathaniel identified the Christ. Can anything so good, anything so great, anything so wonderful, the Savior of the world, the Messiah, come out of a place like Nazareth? Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. So you must understand, people of God. Christ has a story that says he started from the bottom. Now he's here. I call that the bottom place, his Nazareth, the place Nathaniel identified him with. So many times we too are identified by the place we live in, such as the community we live in. Yes, can anything good come out of what we call the hood? Can anything good come out of what we call the ghetto? I know you like to rep your community, but let me narrow it down so you can understand. Can anything good come out of a place like Homewood, where we see young black men getting killed, when we see our high school dropout rate falling and our kids are failing? Is there any hope for our young people or for our neighbors in Homewood? Can anything come out of the Hill District, which they still consider a hood? Can anything come out of West Smithfield? See, yes, we are identified or labeled by the environment we live in. Turn to somebody and say, please, don't count me out yet. Yes. But let me take it a little deeper. Can anything good come out of our young black men? For now we are identified by the skin we live in. For the young black men, we are known to just kill each other and go to jail. We are known to fail and just have babies. Can anything good come out of our young black men who they say can't read or write, and all they do is sell dope day and night? Can anything good come out of our young black men? Let me take it a little further. Can anything good come out of our young black women who they say all they do is stay and sit and have babies, never get married but stay on welfare, don't have college degrees? Can anything good come out of our young black women? Can anything good come out of our black race? Our black race, where our black men and women are getting killed by blue uniforms based on the color of their skin. For it's far too many to name. Yes, church, I believe it's time for us to take a knee, like Colin Kaepernick. But I'm not talking about to protest, I'm talking about to pray. Yes, because church, when we all unify and get together and take a knee, God has to change things for us. See, when you take a knee, things have to turn around. When you take a knee, the glory of God has to fall. When you take a knee, it has to disturb atmospheres. When you take a knee before God and pray, God will begin to change the situation. Yes, church, it's time for us to take a knee. See, when we take a knee, it changes from Black Lives Matter to All Souls Matter. See, I'm saying it's time for us to take a knee because God is calling for us to go back to prayer. It's beyond protest. It's beyond walking. It's for us to face God and say, God, we don't have the answers, but I can go to the one who has the answer to every situation. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Can anything good thing come out of the race we live in? But let me take it a little deeper. See, you wasn't about who Christ was, but it was about the people and the environment he lived in. And the people he was in connection with. Can anything good come out of the family I was born in? Mama was on drugs. Daddy lived in despair. Can any good thing come out of my family? Now let me stop right there. Sometimes God is calling us to disconnect, to reconnect. You must understand. See, sometimes there's some relationships in order for me to heal that I got to let go of and let God annihilate and then come back when God begins to heal me, because hurt people, but heal people, heal people. I like that. So we have to come back. We have to leave and come back to our families. But is there anything good can come out of there? Now let me take it just one more time, a little bit deeper. Can anything good come out of me? Yes, the place my mind live in. That's right. The Bible says, for a man thinketh, so is he. Yeah. So some of us live in depression, and we live in fear, and we live in low self-esteem, and we live in addiction, and we live in this void we're trying to fill. We live in brokenness, and we live in sadness, and we live in hurt. And some of us are still living in our past. We live with mama said we wasn't going to be. And we live in what daddy told us we wasn't. And we live in molestation. And we live in rape. And we live in abuse. Come on, can anything good come out of me? I hear your cry. Some of us are still living in discouragement. And even some of us right now are still living in sin. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Come on. See, I come to tell you the devil is a liar. Yes, he is. And I come to cancel out any assignment that is trying to destroy your very life. For he is the author of lies. So close your ears to what the enemy is trying to tell you and try to speak to your thoughts daily. And I'm coming to let you know that there is something good that can come out of Nazareth. Come and go with me. Tell your neighbor, don't count me out yet. Yes. But God is counting you in. I know some of you have a testimony saying, I live in these places. I can testify and say, yes, I've been in low self-esteem. Yes, I've been depressed. Yes, I come out the hood. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Yes, I can testify to all of these things. But I'm here to tell you, I started from the bottom. Come on. But now, I'm here. And I'm pretty sure your pastor can testify. I started from the bottom. But now I'm here. I'm pretty sure the first lady can testify. I started from the bottom, but now I'm here. I had no idea what Drake was talking about, but I'm going to tell you what your here is and what God is talking about. First, my here is the place I encounter and have an experience with Christ. Now, if you look back at the text, you will find that Philip's response to Nathanael is come and see. Yes, it was an invitation to Christ. It was an invite that will change Nathanael's life forever. And the same invite that will change your life to never be the same again. Yes, it was an invite that changed my life forever. It was an invite that changed your pastor's life forever. It was an invite to change your first lady forever. It was an invite that would change this house today forever. Yes, come see a man. Come meet a man. Come commune with Christ. Come let him live with you. Come abide with him and let him dwell within you. See, when you encounter Christ, your spiritual address has to change. Yes, I'm coming to testify on Christ's behalf to let you know when God begins to live in you, you don't have to live in a place of misery be any longer. Oh, because when you get connected with God, he begins to turn things around inside of you. I'm talking about coming to see a man. When you encounter the love of Christ, there's fullness of joy in his presence. When you encounter the love of Christ, there's peace that passes all understanding. When you encounter the love of Christ, he will give you beauty for your ashes. When you encounter the love of Christ, he will drench you with oil, joy. When you encounter the love of Christ, he will come and live in you. He will heal you in the deep-rooted crevices of your heart. When you come and live in the presence of Christ, there is hope for tomorrow. I know someone can testify. I started from the bottom, but I experienced Christ, and now I am here. Yes, oh, somebody knows. Come see a man. Yes, I know someone can testify. I was thinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply, staying within. I was sinking to rise no more. But there's a button there. But the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry. And I know my first lady can testify. From the water, he lifted me. And now, safe am I. I decided to come meet a man. I decided to come encounter Christ. I decided to let Christ come live in me. I decided to abide with Christ. And I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Second. I'm here. My here is a place where, one, I said, encounter Christ. My next place, my here is my place of my prophetic destiny. See, if you have an encounter with Christ, it leads you into your prophetic destiny. Your here is your place where your tribulations, God declared his promises over your life. See, in the text, God spoke to Nathanael. He told him he's seen him even before Philip brought him over. Wow. How many of you know God sees you? He sees you. Yes, people, God's seen your destiny before it's been manifested in your life. For your life has been predestined. For he foreknew you. For he had a plan for you. And his plans was not to harm you, but to give you hope and give you a prophetic destiny. Yes, I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. I'm living in my prophetic destiny. Can any good thing come from Nazareth? Can anything good thing come out of me? You don't have to ask this question any longer. Because God knows what he's already declared over your life. When he spoke it before your very existence. Yes, God. But God has never forgotten you. He was just preparing you. See, I know somebody can testify and say, I almost gave up. I was so broken that I didn't know where I was going to do. I was so broken, I didn't know if I was going to make it. I was so broken, I didn't even see nothing good in me. But God had a prophetic destiny that he spoke over my life. And when I encountered Christ, I encountered my destiny. It was already a setup by God to take me into my greater place. And my greater place is here. Yes, I started from the bottom. Come on, somebody. But now, I'm here. Yes, I'm done. I got one more point, and I'm done. Preach. My here is one, the place where I encounter Christ. My here is two, my place of my prophetic destiny. And my here is my three. It's the place that takes me into the greater. Watch this. My last point. I'm done. I started from the bottom. Now, and I know we come to celebrate. Yes. I started from the bottom. Now, I'm here. For your greater is here. Let's look at the text. The text tells us that Nathanael said, because God said, Jesus said in the text to Nathanael, because you believe, you shall see greater things than this. So church, I've come to just stop by to encourage First Lady's heart. I just stopped by to encourage the pastor's heart. I just stopped by to Empowerment Church to encourage your heart, to let you know your greater is here. Yes, for greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Yes, for this is the year of your greater. But this is the year of your increase. But this is the year that you will encounter and connect with God that you never encountered before. This is the year where you will have a great experience with God. This is the year where you will see greater works. This is the year where you will live in a greater place. This is the year where I know you was at the bottom, and I know you've been pressing, and I know your life been shaking, and I know God's been stretching you, but your greater is here. And God said, signs and wonders will follow those who believe. So when I walk in my greater place, we see signs, miracles, and wonders. When I walk in a greater place, I walk in a greater anointing. Oh, I come to celebrate and say, in this next season of your life, you are going to walk in a greater place in this house. Yes, I'm talking about blinded eyes open. I'm talking about deaf ears unstopped. I'm talking about the lame will walk. I'm talking about deliverance will take place. I'm talking about God doing something that will blow your mind in this house in your year of greater. I've come to celebrate and say, yes, I started from the bottom, but I'm here. And when I walk here, yokes will be destroyed. When I walk here, strongholds is torn down. When I walk here, there's a strong man being bound by the anointing that flows in you and up out of you. When I walk here, when I speak a word, every demon in the house has to stand still. I'm talking about your greater place. But God knows I started from the bottom, but now I'm sitting in my greater place, and I'm here. But I know. This is the house. This house right here shall seek his face. Church, your greater is here. I don't know if anyone has the testimony like me, but please tell somebody. Like I told you before, I'm walking in my greater. Don't count me out yet.
That's right.
Don't count me out yet. God got something so great for me.
That's right.
Yes, God is doing a good thing in my life. You mouth. Because God is taking me to a greater place. Eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard, nor entered in the hearts of men the great thing God about to do in this house. I'm started from the bottom. Now I'm here. But watch this. I'm done. The song says, I started from the bottom, but now I'm here. But then the song goes on to say, I started from the bottom, now I'm here, and now my whole team is here. So I just come to tell you that I've encountered Christ, and after I've gotten to my prophetic destiny, and after I've walked in my prayer, everything that is connected to me has to be in my greater place. Everything that's connected to me has to increase. Everything that's connected to me has to go to the next level. Everything that's connected to me has to have the testimony. I started from the bottom. Come on, somebody. But now I'm here. And I just believe. I just believe. That Christ is standing on his throne. On the right hand of his Father. He's looking down saying, you don't understand, my sons and daughters. I started from the bottom. And he looks around heaven and he says, yes, I'm from Nazareth, but you don't understand. Now I am here. And by the end of time, my whole team is going to be here. Amen.